While still on the journey of talking all things social issues, meeting interesting people around Cape Town, we're talking all things matters of life. Igam lam Duxnalo Jonas, and welcome to another interesting episode of Matters of Life. So namhlanje on the show, I'm joined by a very interesting guy. He's an entrepreneur, he's an artist, he's an author, and also he is a healer. Ladies and gents, please help me welcome on the lounge for the very first time the amazing Nkululeko Yengo. Nkululeko, better known as a Stretch as well. I want to know, you say sometimes there's a difference between Nkululeko and a Stretch. What is the difference?
First of all, thanks for inviting me to the show.
It's a pleasure.
So Scratch is the creative in me.
Yeah.
The musician. Scratch has acquired so many skills. He started with beat making.
Yeah.
Then he ventured into sound engineering. And then most recently, he ventured into videography.
Wow.
Whereas Nkululeko Yengo is the author in me. So he ponders the universe, he follows the rabbit hole because he's obsessed with understanding nature.
Yeah. It seems like Nkululeko is a guy that lives and believes in the spiritual being, in the spiritual world. Tell us a bit about that.
Oh yes, that's only because he realized as people, we are multi-dimensional beings, the body, the mind, the spirit. And then there's so many connotations attached with how we look. And most people don't realize the truth that we are spirits.
Yeah.
So if you would actually identify with your spirit and also other spirits, you would have less to be angry about, and you would actually understand why there's so much prejudice in the world.
Yeah.
Because we're spirits.
Yeah.
I wish we would actually be taught that by the media, by religion, by so many other sources of knowledge and wisdom.
Yeah. You also mentioned earlier on that you're also a healer. I want to talk about, when did you discover that you have a gift? Did you discover it by yourself or someone came to you?
It's a... Well, let me tell you a story.
Yeah.
So, growing up at home, whenever someone would pass away, I would never cry because I would see it as a premonition.
Yeah.
So, kandivuka netongo, umama or someone older, they tell me about something happened to home and home and home and home. I would be like, I know because I saw it.
Oh.
And I didn't understand it at first. Then, as
Were you very young at this age?
I was
at
very
this
young.
time.
I was about 10, 11. That's when it started.
So you could see things, but you didn't understand what was going on.
Exactly, and that's what it is. And then somewhere along the line, I kept meeting people that are ahead of me, and then my ancestors would reach out to them so that they communicate to me, so that the picture could be more clear.
Yeah.
And then they would tell me that we are bees, we are going, which means your ancestors are calling you. And then, of course, I would ignore it because I have this sense of direction where I want to take my life.
What are some of the reasons what that made you ignore it for some kind of time?
It's exactly what I was talking about because I wanted my life to go a certain way.
Yeah.
And then this came to me at a time that I wasn't even intellectually or mentally fit to go through it. And everything really has to do with perfect timing.
Yeah.
Everything happens in divine timing. So now that I've accepted it, my life has changed for the better.
So for some quite a time you ignored it because you say that it was not perfect timing.
Yeah.
What made you see that it's a perfect timing for you now to accept it?
Experiences.
Yeah.
Experiences. And also learning as Nkululeko Yengo, the things that I now understand, which really help me. Because I drink a lot from spirituality, science, mathematics, and when I take from all of those things and I put it together, it has made me the person that I am today.
Yeah.
So now that's why I'm more than fit now to actually go through it, because it's a lot actually.
Would you say there was a bit of a pressure to you because you're young? Because most of the time growing up, for me, I didn't, as growing up as a black South African, I didn't come across as many people who are in the process of becoming healers. It was always older people. But you also be like, I'm too young.
Exactly. And that's exactly why we feel like that, because our parents ran away from it.
Yeah.
And then it comes on to us. And we're like, whoa, I'm still too young for this. But then it chooses you. You don't actually choose it. Yeah.
For people to run away from something, it means there is something about that thing that people are like, mm-mm. What are some of the myths that makes people run away from this gift? Because it is a gift, and you are the chosen one.
Exactly.
Why would lots of people run away from a gift?
The one prominent thing is ignorance.
Yeah.
Because people don't know. Black people are so ill-informed about how precious and how privileged it is to be black. So it's ignorance and indoctrination about who we actually are as black people.
Yeah.
Because our history has been stolen from us. Our culture now is being stolen from us. So as a black person, you gotta realize exactly what's happening. You see, Bengile Chanukah.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, Ugu Chanukah, Kukumsha, speaking this foreign language that I am now.
I was speaking.
Yeah. So Bengile Chanukah Kakulu. And I love what is happening to me because it's grounding me back to my African roots. And I'm in love with the person that I am now. I wish more people would actually realize how precious it is to be black.
And most people that I've engaged with about this topic, they say this is a very precious gift and you get to be chosen one. It's sacred. What are some of the challenges that comes with it?
Well, it's adjusting.
Yeah.
Because now there's people that knew me from my past life and they don't understand the person that I am now. So it's adjusting really. Because I'm a totally different person now. So there's Nkululeko Yango, who is the intellectual in me, the author. There's Scratch, the musician. Then there's Bavulele.
Yeah.
Lika Malam Lengulo Gaelo. Kao Bavulele.
Yeah.
This is not his life.
Yeah.
Just like Ubomi, Scratch, and Nguleko do not come into play when Ubavulele is.
Would you say Ubavulele was always there?
Oh yeah, of course. To help everybody understand it, actually, think of it this way: if you ever watch a superhero movie, and you see that kid growing up and they have that
and
power,
special.
and they don't know,
and
then somewhere along the line, someone comes and they teach them how to harness it, how to control it, and how to manipulate it. It's the same thing.
Why? Because this is an African thing. This is African. It's not European. It's not Asian.
Exactly.
It's an African way of doing things. Why do you think that people still find it, us black people, African people, still find it very difficult to accept our own things, to accept our own culture?
Again, it's ignorance, because people don't know who they are. So if we as black people, the ones that actually understand the privilege that is to be born black, teach them, show them the thing that they don't get from school, then they would actually fall in love with themselves. For instance, when we go
can we teach, you're saying teach people. So are you saying people should be maybe taught about
the privilege that is to being born black, and all things that come with being born black.
With being born black.
Yeah, exactly. For instance, kukabantu that think they are being bewitched, and then it turns out that bafulathela izinyanya, and xa kusenzeka ezondo ke ungacinga nyani uba uthakathiwe kanti there's things that your ancestors need you people, the living, to do, and it's nothing to do with witchcraft or whatsoever.
It's just that they want your attention. But if they want your attention so hard, I know you're not an ancestor, you're still living, you're here. You can't speak on behalf of them. But if they want you to leave and they love you so much, and they have this gift for you, why do you have to go through so much?
The thing is, what happens is, one person from the other side inhabits one person from the living, and then you become a medium between the living and the dead. So that's what happens. So in each and every family, there always needs to be one person who's that medium. And if you look around in black families, there's not a lot of sangomas or amakas.
Yeah, it's always a person under one.
Yeah, but like what I'm saying is, there's very few of people that are doing that.
Yeah.
And each and every family, there should be at least one person.
Yeah.
So now it jumps from one generation to the next, because no one is accepting it. Everyone is running away from it. But it's such a privilege, actually. It's quite powerful.
It's
to be able to heal.
You're a performer, ne? You're a performer. You perform around. You meet artists all the time. At the times when you're in a space and you're about to perform or something, you just engage with people, and your spiritual being just wakens up.
Yes, actually.
Because you can't switch off and on. It's always with you. At the times when you are being scratched and then it's just
it's just there. Well, the thing is, the ancestors were once people, so they understand what it's like to be
Yeah.
living in this physical world.
Yeah.
So like each and every person, you can talk to them and actually plead with them like, hey, I'm not in a space whereby I can give you guys the attention.
Yeah.
You know, when I'm in that space, you can come to me and then you can show me or tell me whatever it is that you want me to do.
Yeah.
But not now. So please just allow me to be the person that I am now.
Yeah.
Like for instance, now at this given moment, they've allowed me to be Nguleleko and Scratch, and that's who I'm here as. Not Ubavalel.
So Unguleko, xa iphuma endlini, do you speak
Oh yeah, of course.
and do something?
Of course, ubavulele.
Ubavulele, yeah.
Ubavulele. Xa phuma endlini kufunekile ayaleze abantwana abadala uba I'm about to go here and here and here. So and then I don't want to go deep about it, of
Yeah, I
course.
know, yeah.
But that's how it works, yeah. That's how
Yeah.
it works.
Do you
That's
ever
how it works.
do you ever get into a space and feel negative vibes and you're like, okay, I can't be here now, I just...
Oh, I mean, we are all spirits. We all
Yeah.
have that capacity. Just
Yeah.
that it's more enhanced or enlightened
Yeah.
to me. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you ever get people coming to you and be like, you're busy trying to perform, people like, yo, why are you trying to focus?
Yeah, all the time, all the time. But I always tell them there's always a place and a time for everything.
For everything.
Yeah.
But what if that person is being sent to you at that time, that particular time? There's no other time for you to engage with, to ever come across with that person.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if it's that urgent, if it's that immediate, then of course I would literally stop everything.
Everything.
Because Ubavulele and his calling comes first before everything.
Yeah. This is a very interesting topic. I must say it's very interesting. But there's also something else I want to talk about when it comes to you have a book that you're currently writing or you've done writing it.
I'm currently writing it.
It's
Yeah.
called
Introspection, yes.
What is the book? What is the aim behind the book?
Well,
And please don't give us a Bunang book. Give us a book.
introspection is based on the science of mental life.
Yeah.
I've found that consciousness is awesome. It's absolutely amazing. And life all has to do with expanding one's consciousness, so to speak.
Yeah.
So the more you elevate your level of consciousness, the more you detach from your lower self, and then you get a glimpse of cosmic perspective
Yeah.
and ultimately cosmic consciousness, because we're part of something much bigger than ourselves.
Yeah.
And it's important, it's absolutely crucial that we understand our role in the universe. So in my book, I refer to it as the life game.
Yeah.
And you know, most when you download a game on your phone, you gotta play the rules. You gotta learn the rules, so that you can navigate through the game. Otherwise,
Yeah.
you won't survive.
Yeah.
So life is exactly the same thing. In order for anything to manifest, there needs to be universal laws in place.
Yeah.
For instance, we are all seated here because gravity is grinding us down. That is a universal law.
Yeah.
And then there's other laws that I talk about in my book, like the law of relativity. For instance, if you on your way home and your phone is dead, time ticks
Yeah.
slower for you.
Yeah.
And that's called special relativity. It's a theory that was proposed by Einstein.
So when is the book coming out? When can we expect it?
I'm still promoting it and writing it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's about the feeling for me.
Yeah.
So if I feel like I want to make a beat, if something comes to scratch, like now you need to make a beat, or
Okay.
I do that. But if something comes in and say, okay, I need to work on this topic now, because for instance, even after this conversation, there's something that I'm gonna write when I get home. That's how
He's gonna write about us.
That's what I do. Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
do. I let the emotion
Yeah.
control me.
So you have this amazing gift, but you human being.
Mm.
Was there a time when you ever doubted it, or is there still now times where
Oh yeah,
you doubt it?
that
Because
was-
you human being.
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to come across as those people that sound like they've mastered life.
Yeah.
Because I'm a human being, so I'm also subject to the very same things that everyone is subject to.
Yeah.
Because reality is subjective. But once you learn these laws, once you learn these tactics,
Yeah.
then you can sort of like navigate life
Yeah.
through life easier.
Easier.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also want to chat to you about the business side of things. You're an entrepreneur. You have your own company that is called Light Sport Entertainment.
Life sport entertainment, yes.
Yeah, what is that about?
So it's a record label that I
Yeah.
started because I realized I don't really like waiting on other people for me to do things.
Yeah.
So that's why I decided to invest in my own company, my own production company, because I had a very bad experience when I was still an artist.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get studio time, and I was like, no, what? How my mind works is, if someone else can do something, that means I can do it
You
too.
can do it yourself.
Because we're all human beings, we all have the same capacity.
Yeah.
The difference is our persistence, our dedication, and our drive.
A difference.
You gotta find purpose in life.
Gotta find people. What is your purpose in life? Have you found your purpose in life?
Oh yeah.
What is that purpose?
Is to expand not only my consciousness,
Yeah.
but each and every person's consciousness that is somewhat connected to me. Because the powerful thing is, you never know what impact your life has. So that's why on my book I stress about how powerful our thoughts are. Even sometimes when I'm on Facebook or I'm on WhatsApp and I see people emitting negative vibes out into the cosmos, I always think to themselves, they're not conscious of what they're actually doing.
Yeah.
Because when you think a negative thought and you send that vibration out there, it distorts another person's vibrational frequency.
Yeah.
And if you want to understand the universe, you gotta think in terms of vibration, frequency, and energy. Because it's a scientific fact that everything is energy. There is a chemical reaction to everything.
I feel like everything that you do, you are a healer. Because I feel like everything that you've touched, you have a book that is about to come out. And through that book, you're healing. And you have an entertainment company, and you say in this entertainment company, you started because you want to expand. Have you expanded? Do you have artists that have joined the company?
Oh yes, actually. So there's me, and then there was Java, then there's Innocent Music, and now there's Ep.3.
Yeah.
Ep.3 actually is in Limpopo right now.
Yeah.
He's gonna be sharing the stage with the likes of Nest DC, Questa,
Wow,
etc.
that is big.
Exactly. Java was recently in Zimbabwe. So we're all doing big things. Innocent has a music video that debuted on CTV. It took #1 spot the first week that people voted for it.
Wow, that is incredible. As long as you don't rob our artists, we are definitely fine with your company. So there's another artist out there who's struggling, who's looking for a record label, but he's been turned down all the time. How do they interact? How do they contact you?
They would need to send me an email, right?
Yeah.
Because the thing is, it's all about frequencies again.
Yeah.
So one thing that will make things easy, no matter what you're trying to do, is surrounding yourself with like-minded people.
Yeah.
It really makes things easier.
Yeah.
If you're
So,
all vibrating on the same
Do you
frequency.
take all kind of musicians, or is there mainly one genre?
No. I started with hip-hop, and now I understand sound so much that I can literally produce anything.
Anything. Okay.
Yeah. I love music. It's powerful.
That sounds good. That sounds good.
It's really powerful.
Before I let you go, I have one more question for you. I've having a chat with ladies who saw you walking outside, and because they're not they're of another skin color. They ask the question of, is there a difference between witchcraft and Utwasa?
Oh, there is.
And I couldn't explain to them. It was like, I've not been through the journey, but according to my knowledge, there is.
Oh, there is. It goes back to my analogy of being a superhero. Some superheroes get that power, and they either choose. We always have a choice.
Oh.
So they either choose to be heroes or villains. So in the same breath, I can either choose to heal, or
Choose to heal.
Yeah.
We don't want witchcraft here. Choose to
Yeah.
heal. While a
We
man,
always have a choice.
and you said one. We also said another thing, that there is Sangoma is an English name, and
It's a Zulu. It's a Zulu. Yeah.
It's a Zulu name.
name.
So in Xhosa,
Singamata. It's called the book.
from now on, I'll use that word.
Oh yes.
Well, Scratch, thank you so much. It was a pleasure talking to you. It's very interesting. The things that you've said are very interesting. You make me question about my spiritual well-being. But I'll find my purpose in life. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure having you in the show. Am I allowed to touch you?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay,
You can
okay.
high five.
Okay,
You can
cool.
high five.
I can have a high five. That's how cool he is. Well, ladies and gents, that is of course Scratch, an amazing entrepreneur. He's an artist, he's a healer, and of course he's also an author. Look out for his book, look out for his music, and his artists are performing around the country. For myself, Snado Jay, and the rest of the team, have a lovely evening. Till next time, take care.